Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. It's record time of 1:07 p.m. on Eastern Time on June 18th on Saturday on the East Coast. With respect to our crypto market, as you can see at the moment right now, we are down across the board over 5% so far. Some of the altcoins a little bit more severe, but across the spectrum, we're down about basically 7% across the board. At the moment, with respect to Ethereum, we're just a hair below $1,000, which we've been levitating for basically the last 10 hours so far, as we crack below that $1,050 mark, and the previous substantive level of 1,150, right? And in comparisons to our first posting this morning, on the media affectation front, it's still the same regurgitation news, reminding us on the the inflationary pressure that we're experiencing, the high consumer price that we are experiencing, some of the corporate adjustment with respect to layoffs across a lot of the tech companies like Tesla and Coinbase and even Roblox and Chapter 11 from Revlon, those companies, just collectively a lot of negative, pessimistic type of news. Despite the FOMC meeting, if you really read between the lines, right, we obviously have this one aggressive rate hike to 75 basis point, but it's a rarity, right? We kind of need to, I guess, gauge the efficacy of this rate hikes. Are we gonna be progressing going forward from this aggressive move from the Feds? That we are gonna be marching towards to the next one, which is gonna be a 50 basis point rate hike, or are we going to see us going back up to 75 basis point, or is 75 basis point not sufficient to fight the inflationary pressure going forward, right? So contingent on those factors that we obviously will hear more in the incoming CPI report in July, also being coincide with the FOMC meeting in the following week in July, we should technically see some sort of contingent, right? If we are aligned on that front, we should see some sort of recovery, right? And in terms of how sustainable is the recovery, that will be contingent on what's happening in the CPI report for August, and then the CPI for September, and then the FOMC meeting that will lay in September, right? So there's a gap in between. So there will be no FOMC meeting. I believe the Feds might be take a month off during August, which makes a lot of sense, right? So contingent on just a lack of negative news, right? And we see the needle for inflationary pressure to be digressing a little bit, we should technically see again, right, some optimistic buy-in pressure, knowing the fact that we're highly submerged across the spectrum already. And in addition to that, we have heard some rumor from, and these are not on news, obviously, with respect to Coinbase, there's additional layoff that happened, and based on what I've heard from some people that work in the force that are on the relatively senior level as a leadership position in the firm, he or she has indicated that the bankruptcy discussion has been lingering on the executive team for quite some time now. So we'll see, right? It's a rumor that's happening, but I did get a relatively verified signal from a good friend of mine that I really trust. So we'll see, right? If Coinbase was to go bankrupt, yeah, it could be a quite detrimental negative factor to the entire ecosystem. Knowing the fact it's one of the giant exchange platform. So yeah, for those that are holding your crypto investments into those platforms, like maybe find a way to transfer them into a wallet, so it's well protected. So yeah, I hope that you guys can be cautious about this and be aware of this potential negative factor that can be happening, right? Because it is struggling right now. You see the stock price, how extremely depleted it is, and obviously as Monday opens, seeing the crash that we've seen in front of us right now for crypto, it doesn't drive any positive pressure for Coinbase anyways, right? So that's also another factor you have to think about, right? So let's just dive into technical to see what's going on right now with respect to recording time of 1:11 p.m. on the Eastern time. Right now we're in between levels again, right? The 1,150 versus the next level 950 is a non-subset 1, 850 is a non-subset 1, 800 is non-subset 1. The real level next level is 750, right? Bitcoin is 18,900 right now, so next level down will be 18,500, right? And then subsequently to after 18,500, what will be going after that? Let's just go back all the way to long time ago, and I'm saying like really long time ago, right? You could see that we were forming some consolidation around the current level that we had before, but the bottom technically would be somewhere around 1700, 16,500 to be more exact, as the next level of substantive consolidation. For classic, we are at 1350 right now, so the next level down will be obviously 13, 1250, $12 respectively. We're like going back to levels that we reached 2 years ago. So it's definitely reaching relatively lower lows as we're still sustaining this bearish channel, right? Dogecoin at 5 cents at the moment. The levels down will be obviously 5 cents flat, 4.5, 4 cents respectively. Cardano up down about 6% so far at 45 right now. Next level is 40, obviously. All the flat numbers, right? I don't have to kind of remind us, right? These are just flat numbers, like trading on the intervals of fives, right? Solana, same thing. So next level is going to be 25, right? As we are breaking the 30 mark at the moment. XRP, same thing, 25 as the next level. Polkadot's it's basically $7 at the moment. Next level is $6.50, $6 respectively. It's going over this really quickly. We're at 30 right now, so next level is 25, 20 respectively. Shiba Inu is down about 5% at the moment, 750 at the moment right now. So as we break further, obviously we're going to be trading at the flat numbers, right? Let's see how harsh can we get down to. Let's just take a look, right? So let's look at this really closely. So you can see that we broke through the 1450 was the next level. So right now it's at 7, well basically at the rock bottom right now. But the rock bottom that you could potentially get down even further to, based on what we've seen before, would be 500. So basically you have about like 200 left for it to cool down if you really want to reach the rock bottom that we formed way back in early 2021. Before the whole ramp up, obviously. And then Polygon down about 11% so far. 35, so all the flat numbers right now, like 30, 25 respectively. And then lastly for AVAX down about 6% so far. Basically $15 right now. 14.50 is next. $14 next. As the subsequent levels on intervals 5s, right? All right, so yeah, it's we're in the 3 digits now. So I could understand like how people can feel the pain and panic, and there are a lot of negative catalysts that's not in our favor at the moment. So we will have to stay optimistic. And if you're down right now, I don't suggest selling on a loss, right? Because like you have to kind of ride that out. If you really sell on a loss, you really like just officially memorialize your loss. So I would suggest that if you really are down, hold on, right? If you have an opportunity to buy, right, believe in this long-term value proposition, I think these levels are relatively attractive for the long term, right? You always buy on the dip, and you always buy when it doesn't look like it's in your favor, when everybody's panicking, right? So let me know if you have questions, and I appreciate you for joining me again on this Saturday afternoon. And have a good day, and stay safe, and stay healthy, and stay sane. And let me know. Appreciate you.